Welcome to Math 1215 Online. My name is George Hurlbert, and I'm your teacher this semester. What I wanted to do with this video is give you an introduction of how this class is going to work. So you'll log into the CCC system and you'll go to Brightspace, and you should find your class called Intermediate Algebra. Now, truthfully, we're not going to use Brightspace for a lot, but let me show you what we are going to use it for. Number one, if you scroll down here, you'll see your syllabus. I'm not today going to sit here and read the syllabus to you. You should go through and read it. Important things here, you have my office phone number. I am teaching fully virtual this semester, so I will not be in my office. Very often calling, that's not going to help. When you need to get a hold of me, send me an email. That's always going to be your best option. I will be doing online tutoring Sundays from 7 to 9, but I'm available other times if you need to see me at other times. Okay, so scrolling down, you can see all sorts of information here. You should read through this. You should particularly focus on this section, the grading, read about the homework and the quizzes, and the problems of the week. We'll talk about those a little bit. Discussion, we'll talk about that. Exams. So here are the dates of the exams. Exams will be given on campus. If you live a significant distance from campus, we can talk about possibly finding you an alternative site, but exams will be on campus otherwise. The main time for the exam will be in the evening, but there will be daytime offerings for those who need those also. So mark those dates down on your calendar. Make sure you know them. Make sure you're not scheduling other things those days because you will be coming to campus for exams. Again, read through these withdrawal policies. Down at the bottom, this is a nice thing. This has a list of due dates for everything for the entire class. Excuse me. As you can see, everything we're going to do this semester, the date of everything. You can see where the exam sits. You can see what it's going to cover, so on and so forth, all the way down for the entire semester. Okay, so that's the syllabus. So you'll find that in Brightspace. The other thing you will find in Brightspace are assignments. And these are assignments that you're going to do by hand, paper and pencil, and you're going to scan and submit to me. So the very first one is your course contract. So this course contract, I want to make sure that you've read some very important information and understand it and return it to me. So you'll click on this course contract, it'll pop it up. Hopefully you have access to a printer. If not, you can just handwrite things out. And then you're going to scan it and send it back, and it needs to be a PDF when you submit it. If you don't have a scanner at home, that's not a big deal. You can scan your work with either your Android or your iPhone and save it as a PDF and then upload it. So you'll come down to here and upload it. So that's one of your very, very first assignments. That one's due Tuesday. Beyond that, you will see basically once a week there's a similar assignment. So you'll be coming to Brightspace to submit those assignments. Now, the bulk of this course is going to be through a software called LumenOhm. And you'll see a link to that here. You'll click on this link. You'll click on the LumenOhm link. I'm not going to click on it because it confuses the system that I'm the teacher, but I'm pretending to be a student. But anyway, when you click that LumenOhm link, the very first time you go in, you're going to need to create an account. And the account is, standard for an online account. You'll need a name and an email address and that kind of stuff. And then you'll be asked to enroll in a course. To enroll in the course, you will need this course ID, 77883, and the enrollment key, spring 2024. You will need those once. After that, you'll never need them again. Okay, so you'll come into LumenOhm, and it'll look something like this. Over here on the side, you should see a link for the course. It'll probably be your only one. I have many. And this is what you'll see. So again, you'll see a calendar. And you will see due dates for everything in this course. So you'll notice that on Tuesday, you have discussion number 1 due in the course contract. Talked about the course contract a few minutes ago. Then on Wednesday, you'll have the Ohm tutorial and discussion number 2. And then on Thursday, you'll have the graphing calculator. Okay, so here's the color coding for these things. Anything that's in green, all these things that are in green, even this green color, these are things that you will do here in Lumen-Ohm. Anything in these bluish colors, these are things that you will do back in Brightspace. So you'll have your course contract, I just showed you that. The graphing calculator assignment, that'll be back in Brightspace under the assignments tab, so on and so forth. All right, so let's look at a discussion here. You'll scroll down, 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 and you'll see discussions. So the first discussion, you're going to introduce yourself. You're going to tell me your name. You're going to give me a picture, general information, so on and so forth. And as you can see, I've already done mine. So you can read that, learn a little bit about me. What you will do when you come in here is you will start a new thread and you'll tell me about you. And then you noticed discussion number 2 is due soon. Discussion number 2, you're going to watch a short video. And then you're going to write 2 to 3 sentences about what you learned in the video and how you can use this to be more successful in your classes. So that'll be due Friday, it says. Oh, the dates are wrong here, aren't they? All right, I got to fix those dates. And these dates down here, they're wrong. Okay, that's not a big deal. I will fix these. The new thread is actually due by 1/24. So I fixed the dates there. I didn't fix them down here. No big deal. I'll fix those. Okay, anyway, and then by a few days later, you need to submit a reply. So you need to come back here. So you'll see discussion number 2 is due here. Discussion number 2 reply is due there. You will go to somebody else's reply, somebody else's post, and you'll say, oh yeah, that's something I missed. That's a really good idea. All right, so that's discussions. The other thing you have due early this week is the Ohm tutorial. The Ohm tutorial is here. What this is going to do, this is going to take you through a set of questions to give you an idea how you're going to answer questions within this system. So sometimes they might be multiple choice. Sometimes it might be select right or wrong. Sometimes it might be matching. The vast majority of the questions are going to be like this, where there's a box and you're going to enter an answer. Okay? So this is just a tutorial to get you used to how the course works. I'm just going to back out of that. Leave the page. Okay. Here's where the bulk of the work is going to come in this class. You'll notice here on Friday you have quiz 0.2 ABC. So what we're going to do, we're going to come down here to module 0 and expand it. So you've got your graphing calculator thing. Notice that was back up here. That'll be due Thursday. Then we have 0.2, determining linear equations. You'll go into each of these sections. For each of these sections, what you're going to find is a link to a book. So if you prefer to learn math by reading, there's a book there. Or option number 2, this is the one most people take. If you prefer to learn math by watching videos, there are videos here. So for every single section, there are videos that I created about what you need to learn. And there's also a sheet that you can download and print. This is the sheet that I'm using. Fill it in and use it as your notes. While you are watching the videos, you really should be taking notes. It's important that you take notes. Treat it just like you would if you were in a regular class. Then there are all sorts of other videos that I have found that could be useful to you that you can watch. How many videos you watch is up to you. When you get all done that, you're going to come in and you're going to do the homework. So homework will look much like that Lumen Ohm preview did. Most of these you're going to be typing in numbers. So the slope here would be -8 and the y-intercept would be 0,9. Oops. And then you will submit your answer and it will immediately tell you if you're right or wrong. The good news is there are lots of help menus here if you're having difficulties. You can get a similar question. So if you get this wrong, you can get a similar question. For many of these, there are question help things. This one doesn't have many. Here's one. So if you're not quite sure how to do this problem, there's a little video you can watch that will, it might not do this exact problem, but it will do one very similar. And then here's a very, very useful thing, message instructor. So you can see what that will do. That will pop in the question, so you don't need to retype the whole question. It's going to send me an email, so send it to me. And type something. Tell me what you've tried, what you think is going on, what you think is right, what you think is wrong. I will go in, I will check it, and I will get back to you soon. Very, very useful feature. I highly encourage you to use that a lot. All right, I'm just going to, back out of these things. Okay, so you'll go through and you'll do the homework. And for this one, you have to do 0.2a, 0.2b, 0.2c. So you do all those homeworks. And then down eventually, you'll see the quiz. Now, the homework is where you truly learn. And in order to unlock the quiz, you have to score at least 80% on the homework. So you've got to go through those homeworks, and then you'll take the quiz, and then you will see that the quiz looks very, very similar to what you just did in the homework. The biggest difference with the quizzes is there's no help menus. Okay, so you'll work through your quizzes. Quizzes, you can do quizzes twice, and I only keep the higher of the two scores. You can see the due dates for the quizzes listed here in the calendar. In this course, you get 5 late passes, which means if you didn't get to this quiz on Friday, you can use a late pass, which will give you an additional 24 hours, so you could do it Saturday. Notice if you didn't get to this quiz on Friday, and now you want to do it Sunday, that's going to cost you 2 late passes because you need more than 24 hours to get there. So it's really important that you keep up on pace with this course. Get to the quizzes when they're due. If not, make sure you get to them within 24 hours because you only get 5 of those late passes for the semester. Don't burn them up quickly. All right, well, there's a lot in this first week. As you can see, you've got discussions and contract and graph and calculator thing. Beyond that, most of the time, the way this is going to work, you'll have quizzes due Monday, you'll have quizzes due Thursday. For the first few weeks, you'll have a discussion due Friday, and then you'll have the problems of the week due Sunday. So typically in this class, Monday, Thursday, Sunday is when things are going to be due. Everything is here. You can work ahead. Nothing preventing you from working ahead. I have some students tell me, hey, I only like to do my math once a week. Personally, I think that's a massive mistake. I think you should be doing a little bit every day. You will learn better that way. But if you want to do everything in a week, well, you can sit down Sunday night and you can do the whole week's worth of the class and you can be done with it. That is your choice. All right, so that's a super quick overview of the way this class is going to work. Most important thing I can say to you is get help when you need it. Reach out to me when you have questions. Go to the tutoring center when you need it, etc., etc. Don't let things pile up and snowball. Don't wait until it's too late.